In this review, I will be comparing the Teavana brand thermos with the Thermos brand thermos. Both of these have built-in tea steepers, so you can make your tea directly in the thermos. Previously, I was using Teavana's Perfect Tea Maker, but I didn't like the fact that it's made of plastic. Even though it's BPA free, studies show that other potentially harmful chemicals leach out of plastic when it's heated. So I wanted a stainless steel and safer option. First, I purchased the Thermos brand thermos from Amazon. It's 16 ounces, and I really like the look of this thermos. On the outside, it has this little plastic clip, I suppose for attaching to a backpack or something. It also has a locking cap, which is really nice. So let me unscrew it here, and I'll show you the inside. One thing I really like about this is that it's just bare stainless steel. There's no non-stick coating in there like some of them have. So here's how it works. You just take this little steeper out of the cap. Take the lid off and fill it up with loose tea. Put the lid back on and insert it back into the cap. Then screw the cap back on. So it seems like a pretty good design. The first thing I didn't like about this is that it's very hard to judge how much displacement is going to occur. If you fill the water up to, let's say, this ledge, which seems like a good amount, and then you put the cap back on, it's going to displace more water than you would think, and it's going to overflow. Let me show you an example of this. So, personally, I brew rooibos tea, and the suggested steeping temperature is 208 degrees Fahrenheit. So imagine holding the thermos full of almost boiling hot water when this happens. Not good. The other thing I really don't like about this thermos is, okay, so it's all stainless steel on the inside, but then they make the steeper out of plastic. So you're putting this bit of plastic in super hot water. Who knows how safe this is, or if this piece is BPA free. The thermos is made in China, so I don't know, it might have lead in it or something. I mean, why have a stainless steel thermos and then make a plastic tea steeper? We want all stainless steel. Another thing I don't like about this design is the threading is in the middle of the cap there, okay? So what happens is there's quite a gap between the threading in the middle here and the outside of the lid. So if you fill the thermos up with steaming hot water and put the cap back on to start steeping, steam is going to rise up here, condense, and drip down the side of the thermos. Essentially, this thermos leaks with hot water. I haven't had any trouble with cold water, it seems to be watertight, but with hot water, every time I get these little beads of water running down the side. Super annoying. Okay, so we're almost done with this thermos, but before we move on, let me just say that this thermos does an absolutely amazing job of maintaining temperature. Almost too good. I was usually making my tea in the morning, but this is insulated so well that I couldn't drink the tea until the end of the day. So I actually began making my tea at the end of the workday around 5 o'clock p.m. and 7:30 a.m. the next morning when I'd come in, it would be a great drinking temperature. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Just take it for what it's worth, I guess. So let's put this one aside and move on to the Teavana thermos, which is also my source for loose leaf tea. Try the Blueberry Bliss, it's my favorite. I found this thermos on their website and thought I'd give it a shot. I can tell you up front, this is a much better thermos. Spoiler alert. So let me unscrew it and show you the inside. The tea steeper in this one is thankfully made of all stainless steel. I really like that. That's very important to me. It's still all bare stainless steel on the inside like the Thermos brand was. The thing I like about this design is, okay, so you put your loose tea in here, you put the steeper back in here, and then you fill it up with hot water. There's no displacement going on like there is with the Thermos brand, so there's no risk of super hot water coming out and scalding your hands. Personally, I like that. I don't want my hands scalded. The other thing I really like about this is let's say your tea has been steeping for 10, 15, 20 minutes or however long you want, and it's done. It's time to drink. There's a detachable lid here on top that also serves as a little coaster for the tea steeper. Let me show you how this works. I get my steeper out here. It's a little hard to get out of there. That's the one thing I don't like. It kind of catches on the threads for the lid. That's not a big deal. There we go. So this fits perfectly in the cap. It's a great solution to avoid dripping all over your desk or your table or wherever you drink your tea. Oh, and let me show you the lid also. It's kind of cool and a major difference between these two thermoses. The Thermos brand is nice because it's a one-push lid opener. It works great. But then you have to drink out of this part. It's not a 360-degree drinking area where you can just grab the thermos without looking and take a drink. You have to rotate it so the area's in front. I also like the lock here. That's pretty cool. Okay, now the Teavana one has an interesting design. Right now it's in its locked position, so you couldn't drink out of it. And when you want to take a drink, you just push this little button in the middle, and the outer portion kind of pops up there. So it creates a little gap around the middle, so you can drink from any part of this thermos very easily. You can just grab it. You don't have to feel for which part is in the front. You can just drink away to your happy little heart's content. And when you want to lock it, just push it back down. So let me just assemble this back for you. Very cool design. I like that you can steep with the lid off so it doesn't stay scalding hot for the entire day like the Thermos brand. So there you have it. To summarize, my initial purchase of the Thermos brand thermos was very disappointing. And this Teavana one, I can't recommend it enough. I think you should go purchase one immediately. You'll be very happy with it. I'll put a link to both of these in the video description so you can check out the product pages for yourself. So that's it for my review. Happy steeping.